So in this video, I'd like to talk about the properties of the Shellsort algorithm. Only I can't because nobody knows how it works. Okay? So the author of our textbook has spent 2 decades trying to analyze Shellsort and understand how fast it runs, right? How to get good bounds, right? For upper, lower bounds, average bounds of how it works. So he spent 2 decades on that, and he hasn't found out what it is. I think it's kind of funny. I don't know if you guys have ever looked at textbooks, but if you look at textbooks, what you'll notice is that sometimes there'll be like overly detailed sections in the book, and it tells you a little bit about the author. Like, what is it that they're really crazy about? For our textbook, the overly detailed section is Shellsort. Almost no introductory text spent any time on Shellsort. But this textbook, Sedgwick, I think Sedgwick is the one that's kind of crazy about. He really likes Shellsort, right? It's one of his research areas. He's working on it even today. So he put it in the textbook. Unfortunately, though, right, for this property stuff, we simply don't know, right? So some algorithms, right, are maybe just too complicated to analyze. In this case, there's a lot of problems in terms of that H value. So there's that notion of the gap of like, how to picking your gap sequence, right? Basically, can make your algorithm act, really different depending on what those values are. What happens is, right, is that when you go to analyze this, it's almost as if you have different algorithms you're looking at, right? So it's like based on your gap sequence, you have algorithm A versus algorithm B versus algorithm C. They tend to act very different. It's very kind of a hard thing to characterize. If you're interested, though, you can go and look online. You can actually find several papers that talk about Shellsort and talk about the analysis of it. Be warned, though, it's pretty heavy-duty stuff. Probably not something that you really want to look at right now, unless you have to, right? Maybe if you end up doing a research project on it, then you'll have to know it. But in general, right, Shellsort is it's a little bit too complicated. Well, it's not a little bit. It's super complicated, right? Again, 2 decades. This guy's been working on it, hasn't figured it out. So don't worry about it all too much. We do basically just know that it's something that's kind of a it'll act a little bit like insertion sort, and our hope is that it beats it it beats it for some scenarios. So yeah, that's Shellsort. That's as much as we know about the algorithm properties of it.